Jesus, yeah.
Cena, Rock, Hogan, Batista. There's a lot of shit wrestling films, and a lot of wrestlers who have attempted the crossover with far less success than the aforementioned, such as Bill Goldberg, and his film Checkpoint is one of the worst wrestling films I've ever seen. We open with a serious note asking for strength to change the world for the better through the strength of God, so I guess this is going to be a serious political piece starring Bill Goldberg.
Everybody's working towards a common goal to entertain and raise people's awareness. This opportunity gives me a huge chance to thank the men and women who protect our freedom.
Hey, you must be real proud wearing those dog tags. They're so shiny. Is it your birthday?
It's Friday, which means China Doll's having her famous dumplings.
I swear to God, I could smell them from here.
Checkpoint managed to be worse than expected, even with mixed expectations. It started off pretty badly, got even worse quickly, and never recovered.
There's our man Goldberg, super dad, helping his daughter cross a quiet road with nothing coming from either side. That was a close one.
And what would you say was your favorite part about filming Checkpoint?
More coffee, Deputy?
I need another dumpling, too.
Dumplings.
Oh, you like Susie's dumplings?
Dumpling awareness.
See, Kenny? You're a lucky man. Everybody loves my dumplings.
Dumplings.
Of course they love your damn dumplings. That's the only thing you know how to cook.
Dumplings.
You here for some of Susie's dumplings, too?
Dumplings.
Everybody loves Susie's dumplings.
Dumplings.
Kenny, cherish your wife's dumplings, because we all do.
Leave my wife dumplings out of this.
Dumplings.
Hey, woman, don't nobody care about all that. You didn't say that last night when I was giving you Godzilla.
His wife is from Asia, so he refers to his penis as Godzilla. It's a relationship built on constantly being aware of differences.
Script is awkward sounding and ponderous, with lines that do make one cringe. A lot of it is gibberish and juvenile, with a stilted improvisatory feel that shouldn't have made it past draft stages.
I hope there's not any meat in this thing. Because it's Good Friday, and you know I can't eat meat.
What?
Excuse me, Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah, there are the dumplings.
In addition to being surprised by the plot, and it takes a lot to surprise me, he confessed Goldberg was attracted to the film's sensitive subject matter. Terrorism, as a whole, is, I don't want to say, taboo, but it is a very emotional subject, acknowledged Goldberg. For the plot of the movie to be that it is homegrown, the fact that it happens on our own soil and at the hands of our own citizens is touchy.
Special Forces. Very honorable.
Vietnam. Whew, that was hard.
Get inside, woman.
You obviously can't racially profile them at that point. You can't religiously profile, Goldberg asserted. They're amongst us. They are us. So you can't really differentiate between friends and foes.
Hello, Sunshine. How are you? What would you like today? Susie's dumplings, maybe?
Is it stretching my acting legs? He asked in conclusion. No. And yes.
King bang 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 bang. King bang ping bang ping. Nobody don't give a damn about that.
Wife is having a bath.
This may shock you, but the actress isn't actually from the American Deep South. She's from Minnesota.
What's that?
Checkpoint.
Nice.
This is quite possibly the most disgraceful, unrealistic film I've ever seen in my life depicting military in general, let alone my proud corps.
You gonna miss these days?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it, bro. Hoorah!
Everybody on set made it a good experience. Everyone is extremely patriotic, which also helped. This wasn't your normal movie project. It was a very touchy subject matter and one that needs to be addressed. We need to raise people's awareness. If any time they needed to be aware, it's right now.
This isn't a good advert for the US Army's hand-to-hand combat skills. 4 male soldiers hanging out in a hotel room together, topless, for reasons never unearthed, beaten and stabbed to death by one small, oppressively large-breasted woman.
It's a group of veterans, not just in the movie, but the guys putting this movie together. It's a big thank you to them.
Well, what do you think, followers and viewers from both wrestling and from your past movies will like the most about the movie?
I think it's reality, man. I mean, I think in this day and age, in the time that we live in, there is nothing far-fetched about what's going on in this movie.
There's no TV in there.
She's Asian, she has a sword, and she hates America.
As a true red-blooded American, I am up in arms. I am disgusted with what is going on. I think we need to shore up our borders. I mean, look at the refugees right now. It's a horrible situation, and my heart goes out to them. But at the end of the day, opening our arms to refugees coming to our borders without putting them through stringent background checks or whatever it may be is asinine.
In the time that we live in, there is nothing far-fetched about what's going on in this movie.
Come, I have something for you. Come. Eat some of Susie's dumplings.
Nothing in the movie has been mentioned as much as these dumplings.
Get inside. Yeah, whatever. Kung fu to you too.
It was offensive to Asian women with the terrible stereotyping. I can't say enough about how bad this was.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Okay, so what branch of the service was your husband in?
Husband? But I don't look like a soldier to you?
She's too beautiful to be a soldier. My dad was in Iraq, too.
Really? Well, tell me about it, soldier.
Not a soldier, doll. I'm a Marine.
That's right. Marines aren't soldiers, are they? They're Marines!
Proud. Very proud to be a Marine. So, I mean, there is absolutely no question I am a very proud Marine.
Did you ever think about joining the military, instead of the college football career in the NFL and going into wrestling? Did the military ever enter your mind?
No, it really didn't.
Hoorah.
They had some kind of Marine dedication for the film, which is nice, except the film really sucked.
CNN has learned of yet another video circulating the internet by D-Tay.
The streets are barren apart from outside the antique shop where the locals gather to watch TV through a shop window. It's not like it's a big TV either. Roy is having a flashback to something that he didn't see his friend did right before he disappeared. It's just easier to assume they're telepathically linked. They're human dumplings. It's never explicitly said though. The lady also has 3 dots on her arm that seem significant, but no one else does, so that's that, forget it. The dumplings. The film is centered around implied human meat being sold in dumpling form that in some way helps an Asian restaurateur behead military personnel.
Go to the television. Go to the TV and try check it out.
Go to the one television.
It's going out here, the executions.
Have some of Susie's dumplings. Where's little soldier boy today?
Again, Roy has never seen this stuff because his friend was separated from him, but he's just assuming he ate some evil dumplings and then was kidnapped and beheaded.
And no, it's you! You did this!
Crazy!
I truly feel for them. At the same time, in no way, shape, or form am I going to sacrifice my safety or my son's or my wife's safety to help somebody out. At the end of the day, we are a country who cares and who does open our arms to the needy, but our desire to help others can't supersede our own safety.
I normally find something to like in most B-movies, but with this one, I am really hard-pressed to think of anything remotely positive.
I get it, bro, but you gotta snap back to reality.
Look, go to the TV and then say, go!
If the main character was best friends with Goldberg's character, why the hell is he living under a rock, literally on the beach?
Mindy Robinson, Bill Goldberg's vague love interest and his daughter's teacher. She's doing some schoolwork in the restaurant by herself in the dark.
Oh, hi.
It's like I've missed a bit out that explains, but I haven't. It's just that time now.
There is nothing far-fetched about what's going on in this movie.
I ain't a part of this.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
She fed a lot of people, and then they vanished. Hell, I didn't even know that we owned this.
It's the ground floor of the restaurant. It's the floor with the back door that Susie comes out of with her freebie magic dumplings. The same back door that you come out of to harass both Susie and the homeless.
Get inside, woman.
Maybe he was so focused on coming up with new and yet obvious racial epithets to shout at his wife that he missed the severed heads everywhere. Maybe that's what happened during the property viewing too, to the point he was so filled with rage he didn't realize he'd followed an estate agent down a flight of stairs.
What made you want to do this particular movie?
When I read this script, it surprised me, the script did. It's, again, a tribute to the men and women who every day fight for our freedom. With the opportunity such as this, there comes an inherent responsibility. And it also made me feel good to be able to put something on screen that hopefully will raise people's awareness and at the end of the day, pay tribute to the men and women who fight for our freedom.
I found these behind the dumpster.
The dumpster, the television, she was so careful disposing of the actual bodies. And she dumped the dog tags in a big pile next to the town's only dumpster.
This isn't a coincidence.
It's just so awful, makes no sense, and is a complete waste of time.
I found these.
Lordy, Lordy, I sure wish you hadn't done that, Freddie.
This is meant to be a big plot twist. Who'd have suspected the sheriff? Well, pretty much everyone, because he spent the entirety of the movie talking in sinister whispers. Also in the last scene, Susie said the sheriff was involved.
The sheriff, go to Chester's house. It's the checkpoint.
The script in the conspiracy plot is completely batshit crazy. The people who have written this material and or financed this must be completely out of their mind. It is some kind of crazy Christian people involved in this stuff. I kinda wonder about the actors too.
The nature of this video is intended for mature audiences. TVNN apologizes.
So tell me again what happened.
How many fucking times, Goldberg? Some people are being executed. Port City is the hub of a global conflict that hasn't really started yet, but will climax tonight. A large-breasted conspiracy theorist, a self-widowed racist, and a homeless man dependent on human dumplings are the world's only hope. What about this aren't you getting?
There are thousands just like us. Tonight, the great North Carolina will deploy and sail right into Washington.
So you think you can just, steal an old battleship and go unnoticed?
I mean, it's a long day. Thousands of militiamen and women still have to show up.
Decommissioned battleships don't move. It would take years to be able to get it to move under its own power.
You forgot what country you live in.
Yep, that would explain it.
You have a lot of heart, Roy. But I suppose it's best that you die with the others. Prepare to meet your maker, son.
The sheriff just killed the other cop because he was in the way of the plan. Roy's cool, though. He's going to give him the respect of preparing for his death. For reasons unbeknownst to us as viewers, other than that gives him time to break out of prison, which is tough. That jail cell looks pretty... Oh, he's got keys. Simple enough, but still Roy's got to move fast to save America.
Yeah, I got good memories when I was a kid. Going camping, playing stickball. It was great times, man.
There really isn't time for this. You know, the terrorist attack on Washington happening today.
Yeah, man, I got great memories.
Bill, the terrorism.
We play with those little green army men. It was the coolest time ever. I mean, I got some wonderful memories up here. How about you, dude?
No, we've done him.
How about you?
Goldberg's the army men memories. Let's go.
You know how tough it is being a single parent? You know how tough it is being me?
The checkpoint thing was easy.
Here you go, Roy. I cut off the ends like you like.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Her father is plotting to kill a bunch of terrorists in the next few hours. There are guns all over the table, but she's used her time to prepare sandwiches, which makes you think maybe this is a normal weekend in the Goldberg household. Poor girl.
She's my angel.
So he's just disposed of his wife's body somewhere and turned up, and they're friends now.
Sheriff White McWhiteman turned out to be the head devil in charge.
God, that's good.
Okay, clear the ship from bottom to top.
Okay.
That's the plan. And be back within 2 hours. And be back within 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours.
These four want things to stay the way they are, but figure they'll do a better job recapturing the warship than the entire US Army.
Take the overwatch.
Safe hands. See, they're safe approaching because she's taken the overwatch there, so anyone who's on the warship can't attack them now. And it's just tourists there anyway, who really don't seem that bothered. Probably weren't informed of the film's shooting schedule.
Did you bring bolt cutters?
Fuck no, didn't bring them.
Don't worry, just book a tour.
Fuck, do you think, bro?
No real need to ever bring bolt cutters. I mean, particularly if people don't understand they need to attach the padlock to the chain.
What a movie. It hit on the 4 essentials of a great action-packed thriller. 1. Hot girls. 2. Blood and gore. 3. Fire and explosions. 4. Guns and veterans. What could be more American? Total must-see. Also, the cast was perfect and any veteran who was stationed in NC will be able to relate to it.
A few more henchmen crop up next to some information about the ship's history, you know, for all the tourists that were just there. This henchman throws himself into a wall several times. This one decides to just stare at a pole. This one gets knocked out by a blow to the shoulder. This one has his hat over his eyes to keep the sun out in the bowels of the ship. This one just walks straight into Goldberg's foot. It's going to be an easy day's work. Time continues to tick on.
The message seems to be, when muscle boys meet, they're swept up in a homoerotic frenzy and set aside the mission at hand, saving America or destroying America respectively, to spend 10 minutes mashed up against each other.
It was very believable in what we did.
Thanks for being here for me.
The climax is badly bungled and clumsy.
Reckon you're gonna drop that weapon, you little hussy.
The action is handled with very poor CGI. The blood squib effect in particular is laughable.
What a hero. Getting shot in the shoulder in an action movie is like a slap on the back. A rocket launcher though? Yeah, he's pretty much fine again. This guy kills the sheriff, insurrection's off.
I forgive you.
Cool. Roy's on his way out. Now a henchman thinks this is a great opportunity to use up one of his few remaining rockets on a flagpole because he hates America that much. Roy stares up at the sky and sees the US military arriving and presumably wishes he just fucking called them in the first place instead of talking about his childhood for ages. They launch into a gladiator ripoff with him frolicking with his family, a family we've not seen until this very moment. They must be dead or something. Goldberg turns up to say Roy can die now, which is nice of him.
Go to him, my brother.
So Roy does. Mindy struggles with the flagpole that just got knocked over and must be incredibly hot from the rocket launcher, but the flag is still conveniently fine. Goldberg comes over and helps her even though she is incredibly strong and definitely an army veteran. Our beloved American flag majestically flutters in the afternoon or morning. It's not really clear because this day has been so long, but we're all very moved from this incredibly important piece of patriotic art, and then it ends.